What is it with people who go to the movies and don't have movie theater etiquette? And I'm not just talking about the people who leave their popcorn and drinks in the theater. However, I do think that everybody should throw their trash away. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So as you may know, I go to the movie theater almost every single week, and it's very rare that I run into these occurrences. However, I do have a story to tell. So just the other night, my movie group and I decided to go out and see Megan 2. Now, we always get our tickets ahead of time, and we noticed that there were barely any people in the theater, which can honestly be kind of nice because you don't have to worry about anybody around you and you can just assume it's going to be a nice, quiet movie. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I like to put my feet up in front of me if I can. So we knew there was only going to be about 6 or 7 people that were located in the very back of the theater, and we always try and sit in the very middle on the upper level. This was just like any other day. We thought everything was normal. We go into the theater and we're always there when the previews are playing. There was actually somebody in the very back coming from the group of seats that were sold prior, and there was actually somebody snoring very, very loudly. And I'm talking like you could hear this from miles away. It was very obnoxious. And this actually went into about 20 minutes of the film. Of course, we're trying to drain it out with the movie itself, and we'll think, oh, well, maybe the movie will wake them up. That did not happen. We even tried to speak up during the movie and ask them, hey, can you wake up your friend? And I'm pretty sure we were just ignored. Now, nobody ever wants to get up during a movie to go out and complain to a manager, let alone to go and use the bathroom, because you don't want to miss anything, especially for those who are paying for their movie ticket and know for a fact that they're not going to see it until it comes out on a streaming service. But after almost 30 minutes of this snoring, something had to be done. So what do? I decided to get up, walk down the stairs, walk out of the theater, and of course this was the furthest one away, and I walk over to an employee because I couldn't see any of the familiar managers around, and I complained. I kindly let him know that we tried to wake him up and that he's been asleep and snoring for almost 30 minutes during the film. So the employee said he would handle it. I let him know where the gentleman was sitting. I walked back into the theater and I was already fuming because I had to walk out and miss it. Granted, I wasn't super excited to see Megan, but why else would I go to a movie if I didn't want to watch it? So I take my seat. I see the employee come back up. You can hear him talking to the gentleman who was snoring. He wakes him up repeatedly, and it takes several tries. And he asks the man if he's okay, and he lets him know that he's snoring and he's being disruptive. Next thing I know, the employee walks down and out of the theater, and all is well for about 5 minutes. Before you know it, the guy is blacked out again, snoring insanely loudly. And what I noticed from when I came back into the theater is that it was actually a guy sitting in the middle of this group of 7 people. So that means that the people that were there with him didn't feel the need to wake him up, knowing that we were also another group in the movie theater as well. I can't explain to you how upsetting this was. For any movie, it honestly doesn't matter what you're going to see. And rather than going back out to complain again, which honestly wouldn't have done anything besides make me more upset, we sat through it. Tried to block it out as best as we could, told ourselves there wasn't that much more of the movie left, and it was nice when it was really loud in the theater. But every now and then, you heard the chainsaw going off in the back of the room. Once the movie was over, we immediately got up, which we normally sit there for a few minutes while the credits are rolling, and we left. Straight up, I went to the manager that I normally always see there when we go, and I let him know what happened. I told him that I complained to an employee and how the employee came in and took care of it and how the guy just immediately fell back asleep, started snoring again, nobody said anything, and just asked him if we could get passes to go back again. Now, yes, I am a Regal Unlimited member, but there are some things that we don't get. For example, tickets to IMAX, which is exactly what the manager offered us. He gave us a set of 3 passes to any IMAX movie anytime. So we thought, well, we want to see F1. So that night, we actually got tickets to see F1 for the following night. And in addition, he gave us another set. He told us to hold on to those ones while he scheduled us tickets for the following night to see Formula One. Now, that is proper customer service. Now, I don't know if I'm more upset at the person who was sleeping or honestly the people who were sitting with him. Because obviously, if you're asleep, you don't have any control of that. But when you're with a group of people, it is honestly up to them to wake you up and let you know, hey, you're being very loud. Maybe you should go home. Or even when you wake up and you know that you're being disruptive, you should make that decision to leave the theater. Now, I'm not just talking about people who snore. There's also other things. People who kick the chairs behind you, absolutely rude. I don't care what age you are. People who let their kids run up and down the aisles while the movie is playing, unacceptable. It truly ruins the overall movie experience. Now, thankfully, I've never encountered anything similar to what was going on during the Minecraft movie, but I'm telling you, if I ever sat through something like that, 100% I would leave and request a refund. Going to the movies, you shouldn't experience anything like that. You are literally leaving your home to go to a place that almost feels like home so you can enjoy a very cinematic experience, and you deserve that. You deserve to see the films the way that they are meant to be seen, on the big screen in comfortable seats with your favorite snacks, maybe a blanket, and that's it. Nobody around you being disruptive. But every now and then, you run into something like this. But all I want to say is, make sure you have proper etiquette when you go to the movies. Don't be rude. Don't be inconsiderate. If you're already planning on it, get the hell out. Don't ruin other people's experience. And also, don't be afraid to stand up and speak up for yourself. No, you're not being a Karen. You paid to be there and you deserve to enjoy the experience as much as you do. So just keep in mind, be nice, be considerate, be kind, especially when you're going out into a public place like that. Absolutely unacceptable. But do your part.